Hello and welcome to this presentation on Google Analytics for WordPress, which is by Volk. So Google Analytics itself is a free to use application provided by Google which gives you the analysis of page views on your websites. You can monitor all your websites from one simple online interface. This plugin itself adds the tracking code which then passes the information to Google so Google can track your websites. Now there are different types of plugins available for this sort of thing, and also you can find tracking code support in many themes, but we like this plugin because it goes much further and creates data which you don't usually find created by other plugins. I'm happy to say that it's easy to set up. Once you've installed the plugin, you log in through the plugin to Google Analytics. This allows you to give permission for the plugin to talk to and access data on Google Analytics. Once that's done, some time should be taken to make sure that you set up this plugin to track what you want to be tracked. We'll go through some of the things it can track to give you an idea of what may be recorded. But if you do change the settings on this plugin, then you must realize that it will only record the data that you've asked it to record. If you change the settings, then those settings will be what's recorded from that point onwards. So the really neat thing about this is not only does it record the normal visitor stats that you'll see in Google, but it adds something called custom variables. Now custom variables are a way of appending bits of data onto the end of the tracking. Now some of the things you can create to custom variables with this plugin are the sort of things that are special for WordPress. For instance, if you've got multiple authors, you could track the author code. Therefore you can analyze which authors get the most views. You could look at analyzing the categories or the post type. So you can look between page posts and normal archive posts. Now that does sound a bit boring, but there are quite a few applications where you have other post types, like you might have a post type for books or videos or even shopping carts. That starts to get a bit more interesting. Then you can see which of these post types are getting the viewers. You can look at the tracking of users and publication year, so you can find out if old archive material is still getting the views. And you can also, if you're setting your tags on your posts and pages, you can also use it to do those. But the system will only allow you to tag 5 different events at once. That's a limitation, I believe, on the Google side. Some other neat things you can use it for is if you have outbound links going out, this system can give you some guidance on what outbound links are creating the traffic, therefore where the traffic's going. It's also possible to use it to track downloads. If you have files that are downloaded on the site, this allows you to track downloads as well. And if you don't like me, you don't like the fact that the admin visits to a page count as well, then you can actually set the system up to ignore those people. So an admin will not be seen on the page, which is great when you want to see true page visits, and that is even more important when you don't have many visits. You don't want to say, crikey, we've had 5 people view this page today, and then you realise that 4 of them were the admin. So many people will say, well, do I really need all this data? And the answer to that is probably on day one you don't. But if you put the data in so it can be recorded by Google Analytics, it will be available later, and quite often it's retrospectively that we want to look at data to see what's going on and where visitors have come from. So if you are going to use this plugin, I would think about removing the admin so you only get the real users. Look at outbound links and downloads if they are used on your site. If you have authors, then you may want to track them, otherwise custom types, and category listings is good. Also, if you don't have a shopping cart, then look at the information you can track on creating shopping carts. And you may also want to set goals for your site, which is not in this plugin, but is very useful to look up and use within Google Analytics. So it's Google Analytics WordPress. There's the links. As you can see, with over 5 million downloads, it's a very popular plugin, very well used and very well recommended by many people, including myself. We use it on all our sites for our customers. Thank you very much for watching this, and I look forward to presenting more to you again.